Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Today let's talk about prepping for a stress-free morning. What does that mean? It means being prepared that when you wake up in the morning, you can make breakfast for your family. Everybody has something that they enjoy having when they start their day. Even if you're not a big breakfast eater, maybe you want a cup of coffee or some tea or even some kind of a fruit drink like Tang or a protein shake. You can have some of those things in your prepper pantry if you plan ahead. The longest lasting coffee is freeze-dried coffee, so you want to buy it in a jar where it's sealed up. It can last nearly forever. You can also find it in little individual packets. I like tea, so I buy lots of tea bags and I vacuum seal them into clean canning jars. Then I open the jars when I need more tea. I've stored tea this way for many years, and I've never had any tea that went stale once I had sealed it properly and put it away in a cool, dark, dry environment. If you just leave it in the box, it can go stale just because of the contact it has with air. Just a cellophane wrapper in a cardboard box isn't going to protect your food the best it can be. So the better you seal up your food, the better you store it, the longer it's going to last. Powdered breakfast drinks are a great way to have your kick of vitamin C because your body can't store vitamin C. And so something like Tang is nice to have for emergencies. You can have a nice refreshing beverage, but then you're also getting some of the vitamins that you need. You might also want to think about protein shakes. These can be already made up. You can buy some that are in powder. And if it's something that you enjoy, look for a way to have it so that you can have a stress-free morning by having something for breakfast. If you're a breakfast eater, perhaps you want to have cereal. Find the kinds of cereal that you like. I've tried opening these up and pouring some of them into Mylar bags and I put them away. It helps them last for a few extra years, but they're just not going to last forever. They do tend to get stale. They have a mixture of ingredients, and so the more ingredients there are, the shorter the lifespan. So if you look at something like just Cheerios that are just oats, that's going to last longer than something that has fruit flavors or colors or sugar toppings, whatever kind of cereal. Look over the cereal that you have and you can try to extend it a little longer, but don't buy more cereal than you can reasonably eat in the amount of time within the guidelines on the package, because you can want food to last longer, but it doesn't mean that it will. Along with your cereal, you need some milk. It's great to pick up the cartons of the UHT or the shelf-stable milk. You can find it even if you have a Dollar Tree near you where it's very affordable. But if you don't have that and you want milk to last longer, find the powdered milk that you like the best. I like the Nido Fortificata, and so it's the powdered milk of choice that I store. It's powdered whole milk, and because it's whole milk, it has the cream and things in it. It doesn't last as long as non-fat dried milk. But I like this milk, and so I'm willing to rotate it within a few years. So if you haven't tried the Nido Fortificata, you can find it in a smaller can and check it out. You might find that it's something that you like if powdered milk is something that you don't care for. How about some freeze-dried or dried fruits? How about some yogurt, fruit and yogurt snacks? You can find those kind of grab and go that you can just open and eat them. They don't require any preparation. You can have a stack of them on hand. Look over different kinds of Cliff bars, granola bars, chocolate chip bars even. But if you get them with more ingredients and they're more like a candy bar, that's not really something that you want to have a lot of for breakfast. You want to focus more on what's nutrition than just something that you think might be delicious. I made a video about Cliff bars that I had some that were expired for quite a long time and they were still perfectly delicious to eat. So Cliff bars are something that I like to include in my prepper pantry and my food storage because I have it for grab and go, and if I don't get around to grabbing it and going with it, it's still going to be fine for quite a bit longer. But don't put them away forever. You still need to be cognizant of the foods that you have, and you need to still use, rotate, and replace the foods in your stockpile. That's how you have the most success for the longest term. If you want to do a little bit of cooking, look for the pouches of muffin mixes. Some of the muffin mixes, like Betty Crocker, you only need to add water, but you need to read carefully. If your muffin mixes are going to need milk, you need to make sure that you have some kind of milk so that you can save that day and have that stress-free morning that you wanted. Maybe you like biscuits and gravy. You can find biscuit mixes and packages of powdered gravy, and you can even make it even simpler by having a can of sausage gravy. So look over the different options of things that you might enjoy eating for breakfast. And when you find some that you like, that's when you add some of those into your stockpile with the idea that you're going to use that food, rotate, and replace it. Don't buy foods you aren't familiar with. Don't buy foods you don't ever eat and don't know if you would. Try to figure out the foods that you will eat and then make it a point to try those foods. And if you find one you've never tried before and you think it might be good, buy one and take it home and try it. And if you like it, you can go back and buy more. Maybe you like pancakes or waffles. You can find those practically just stir in water mixes, and they can last for a long time in your prepper pantry. But then don't forget, you're going to want some toppings with your pancakes or your waffles. You can find pancake syrups, even butter flavored, then you don't have to worry about having butter on hand. And real maple syrup is one of the forever foods that can last nearly forever. And so it might be something that you want to have in your prepper pantry. My kids always said that peanut butter was the best on a pancake, and so I always have plenty of peanut butter. You can eat peanut butter right off a spoon. You can put it onto your pancake. You can put it on toast, crackers. Peanut butter is very versatile unless you're allergic to it. So figure out the foods that you like, and that's what belongs in your prepper pantry. Think of some of the other canned foods that would be good for breakfast. Maybe you want some cans of fruit. I even have some cans of Spam that is bacon flavored, and so you can slice it thinly, fry it up, and it's practically like having bacon, but it can last in your prepper pantry, whereas real bacon normally doesn't. Maybe you're a fan of oatmeal. You can put away oatmeal with some brown sugar. Maybe you like raisins, craisins, other dried fruits, even nuts. Figure out how you enjoy eating oatmeal and have some of those foods on hand. A priority that I have had the last few years is searching for the foods in number 10 cans that can last for many, many years. The foods packaged by, say, Goshen Farms, Emergency Essentials, or even from the LDS or the Mormon Church are sealed to last in number 10 cans for many, many years. They're dried foods. You can buy powdered eggs. You can buy pancake mix. You can buy granola mixes. You can find all kinds of different fruits, vegetables, all types of foods, even entrees in number 10 cans that are packaged to last for many, many years. I'll put a link to the long-term food storage from the LDS Church. You don't have to be a member of their church. That's just one of the things that they do, is they are experts at long-term food storage, and they sell it to anyone who wants to buy it at very affordable prices. And when you order the food from the LDS Church, you get a box of 6 of the same item. If you go to, say, Goshen Farms or something like that, you get 1 of those cans. So when you're comparing prices, make sure you understand that you are getting 1 of Goshen Farm and 6 from the LDS Church. But the LDS Church foods don't come with all of the different varieties like they have from Goshen Farms. What's the one ingredient that you still need for all of your meals is water. Make sure you're stockpiling plenty of fresh drinking water. You need water to make your beverages. You need water to make your powdered milk. You need water to stir into your mixes so that you can prepare biscuits and gravy or muffin mixes. And so you want to make sure that you have plenty of fresh drinking water. You also want to have extra water on hand so that you can wash some of those dishes and even wash yourself if you need to. So these are some of the food choices that I have for a stress-free morning. I'm prepping to be able to prepare breakfast for my family to get everybody off started to a great day, whether we're just late in the morning, it's a snowstorm, there's some emergency, or we just run out of money before we run out of month. We can still have these foods set aside in our pantry. You can even stock extras into, say, a big plastic tote or a bin and put it away in the closet somewhere so that you have some extra food on hand. But wherever you store that food, make a point of remembering so that you go back and you remember to rotate that food as well. Leave it in the comments below. What other foods do you think you would want to have on hand prepping for a stress-free morning by having breakfast foods that you can grab and go get out the door or do a little bit of cooking and have your day start off more like normal and smoothing the way. And that's what prepping is all about. It's lifestyle insurance, so we can smooth the way for whatever emergency befalls us. We're going to be able to get up and get going and make the best of every single day. I hope you'll like my video, share it with someone else you think might enjoy it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.